Working parents in Oklahoma often face a big challenge when it comes to finding affordable, quality childcare. Those who qualify can get subsidies from DHS to pay for childcare, but others make too much money for assistance and not enough to pay for the childcare they need. Some two-parent households discover they are better off financially if one adult quits work and stays home to care for the kids. But money is not the only issue. Lack of childcare options is also putting parents in a squeeze.
Brandy Corbett has 3 children under the age of 5. Vanessa Langster is the mother of a 2-year-old boy. Jenny Dexter's little girl is 3. When it comes to paying for childcare, each mother's situation is very different.
We pay about $5.50 a month or so, maybe a little bit more than that. So comparatively, that's actually way less than we've ever spent in history. We've spent up to $900 a month.
How do people make it?
I don't know. You just do. You just work really hard.
Of the 3 women, Jenny has the highest income. Brandy has the lowest. Her children attend Rogers Academy in Tulsa. Brandy says the care her children receive is top-notch.
These women, I talk to them and they're just really on it, and they love these kids to death, and they take really good care of them. A lot. I trust the state care a lot, and I love it. I just love how much stuff they get to do.
Because Brandy qualifies for temporary assistance for needy families, DHS picks up her entire child care costs while she pursues an education. Vanessa is a member of the working middle class.
So you make enough money that you didn't qualify for any subsidy?
No subsidy. I don't get any kind of assistance.
However, she says she doesn't make much more than those who do, so a good portion of her salary is for child care.
A month is $660, so about $165 a week. I know. It's a work in progress, but if it's something that I really want him to be able to attend, so I make it work.
So if you're running short, your family pitches in and
yes,
that kind of thing. Well,
yes, I know I'm blessed to have good family like that. Yeah. Good support system for us, yes.
Childcare was a bigger financial burden for Jenny when her salary was much less.
When we were paying $900 a month, we did nothing. Clothes were an issue. Food is an issue.
We call it going over the cliff, that if you make a dime more, you go from paying a small copay to suddenly having to pay the entire amount.
Karen Smith is the director of the Child Care Resource Center, which serves 4 counties in northeast Oklahoma. The center helps parents find affordable, quality daycare. In fact, Jenny called for help when 2 different providers she was using went out of business.
She's been in a total of 4 daycares in her 3 years of life. And 3 of those daycares were in a 2-year span.
Each time one closed, Jenny or her husband had to take off work to look for a new facility for their little girl.
My husband actually lost one of his jobs because he ended up taking off 2 weeks of work because I couldn't at the time. I didn't have any vacation left, and we just had to weigh the risk.
if somebody's looking for quality, affordable daycare, can people find that in Oklahoma?
Yes, but it's very difficult. I encourage people to get on a waiting list immediately when they find out they're pregnant if they plan on going back to work or needing care.
Smith says more and more daycares are closing because they can't make it financially. Carrie Cullen is the corporate director for Playtime Plus, which has 3 Tulsa area locations.
For example, an infant, for a day, to drop in for the day, it's going to be $55.50 for the day. For an infant from DHS, I get $30.
At this Playtime Plus location, 95% of the parents receive child care benefits from DHS. Families may qualify if their gross household income is $2,425 a month or less with 1 child in daycare. For 2 children, an income cannot exceed $2,925 a month. Depending on income, some parents may have to make a copay, but Carrie says it still doesn't cover their costs.
You've got parents that cannot afford to not be on DHS, and yet we're getting pennies compared to what is needed to properly take care of that child, and we're trying to make it.
Could you make it without full pay people?
Absolutely not. And I guarantee that's why a lot of facilities are shutting down.
Proud of that work you did?
At Rogers Academy, there are no private pay parents. All care given to children is subsidized by DHS. Assistant Director Portia McIntosh says it's only because of a dedicated staff they're still afloat.
They're out to see the success of Rogers Academy. Otherwise, they could have been gone somewhere a long time ago.
The average daycare worker makes just above minimum wage. Another reason daycare centers are struggling to stay open is the number of parents paying full price is declining.
I can think of several families in all 3 facilities right off the bat that mom has come and said, I'm going to have to quit my job because my husband's getting a promotion and we won't get subsidy anymore.
Carrie has seen other parents ask employers to cut back on their hours so they still qualify.
And part of me wants to shake someone, and the other part of me is the system makes it too hard to get out. They cut you off when you're really still not making enough. And so what choices do you have?
Karen Smith says some fixes need to be made.
I'd like to see more of sliding fee scales. I'd like to see some of the programs that are offered to lower income families be able to accept middle income at sliding fee scales. I know that parents would pay a sliding fee scale for some of the programs that they're not eligible for.
And some parents believe that may start evening the playing field. Jenny knows people who have smaller incomes than hers yet have more disposable dollars because they receive child care subsidies.
Since I'm private pay versus subsidy, while I might have a wider choice of where I can take my kiddo, that doesn't mean that I can afford it. And if somebody's subsidized, they absolutely can get into that better daycare, that offers that, because it's not private pay. It's not coming out of their pocket. They're able to do that.
It's a disparity that will continue until children enter kindergarten.